and find something you're passionate about besides Ziggy.
Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Howdy, howdy. Let me pull up my, oh shit. I did not prepare, kind of running behind. And I know there's a lot of people live, from what I hear anyways. Last night was a doozy. And yeah, I don't know. So I hear anyways. I missed a lot of it. And hold on, let me change this. And pull up my...
Well, I have to say he was also upset because there was other YouTubers that were saying that they were going to go to Hawkins County and talk.
Here, let's pull that up. Actually, let's pull up that that live because I want to listen to. When Dawn went up there on her panel yesterday. Okay.
Break into the growing healthcare field of medical billing and coding by earning an online certificate from DeVry in a speed.
Hey, Pam. So this is on Crime Crazy and Critters on the Farm. Dang, how many freaking ads? Okay. Let's find the part where where the hell is that music? Oh, okay. It's like, where the hell is that music coming from?
Was going to go away. He thought the chat was going to go away, where he was already busted, and it didn't. When you defriend someone from Facebook, it don't take the chat away.
Can I see your face? Yeah, it's Dawn. It's Dawn. Here we go, y'all. Hey, Dawn.
Hey, how y'all doing?
All right.
Now, why don't you tell them why you don't want to get
Man, shut up, sissy. Nobody listening to your dumb ass.
They do listen to me, motherfucker. They do listen to me. Nobody listens to you.
Nobody's listening to you.
You're going into your whiskey bottle tonight.
First thing I want to ask is, like, why is he in a motel? Does anybody know? Does anybody have? I know he was saying for work. Is he just going around to traveling and doing day labor jobs or something? Or I would think that would be expensive to have to stay at a motel. But that's what sucks about being out there in Beach Creek. There's no opportunity. You have to work extra hard to get ahead, to, you know, to obtain financial freedom. It's so that sounds like a nightmare. Did I get your message? About what? If it's about yeah, I'm trying to just not no, I don't know what message you're talking about. He's working in Arkansas and staying in a motel. Okay. Is it just him? Oh, well, I don't see have a text from you.
How
Not
can we
listening to
help?
you.
I can
Listen,
tell you're already drinking, dude.
how can we help
Yeah,
you?
you drink all the time, don't you?
No,
Don,
actually, I don't.
Don,
You're
how
asking
Why?
me to
Because I
stop
worked
too.
all day and I'm tired. I'm supposed to be drinking now. Man, go to
Listen.
hell.
Dude, I can look at your
Listen,
fucking
Don.
eyes and tell you're on something.
Man,
Don.
you're on something. Why don't
Hey,
you
you guys,
put your eyes up there because you're too chicken shit.
listen, Don, can we ask you a question? I mean, what do you want us to, how can we help you with Summer? Just, I don't want,
Well, all this bullshit that Sissy and Don B, Benny Keys, all these YouTubers, Molly Golightly, and all these people are doing ain't helping nothing. It's making them richer is all they're doing.
so,
Excuse me.
Okay, so the one thing that bothers me, and I know people feed him like information and stuff, okay? Like he automatically just labels you as causing trouble if you're coming down to Tennessee to talk to people, like what I did basically. I didn't even want to I didn't want to even announce that I was there. I wanted to wait till I left for people to know. So it wasn't no big deal, and it really wasn't a big deal. I just wanted to go and, at that point, I thought, well, at that point I had been every 6 months. So I said, well, it's been another 6 months. So let's just keep on with the every 6-month thing. So I went. I wasn't planning on bothering Candace or Dawn at all. But of course, I trusted a couple people. And I believe one person told somebody else, how the game kind of, they trusted somebody and told somebody. And that person's the one that told Dawn. And but they suddenly are telling him, oh, Ziggy's here to start trouble. I don't see why it's starting trouble when you're trying to get answers. That's what bothers me. I don't get why it's suddenly a bad thing if people. Why doesn't he want people? Why doesn't he want the attention? You know how many families would love that type of attention? Like Jason Arnold's mom is begging for some attention on her son's case. There's so many families that would love the attention that Summer Wells has had. But for some reason, I just feel like Dawn and Candace would do anything they want more than anything for that to end. Why? Was I on panel last night? No. I was listening. I was listening to this while I was laying in bed. I was too tired to go live. Why is my live, though? It says that I've only been live for 25 seconds. That's odd. But it doesn't matter, Margaret, whether we've helped or not. Why does it matter? I haven't caused any problems. No, I wasn't on Daisy's panel. I was in her chat. I said yesterday that I actually think she seems like a nice lady. I mean, I don't care for Ziggy Valero and stuff, but that doesn't mean I have to. I mean, she's not Ziggy Valero, so it's so often we bunch people together here on YouTube, and I'm guilty of it. I don't understand what people are talking about not being private. What's not been private? says 9 minutes on yours. Now mine says a minute 44. Yeah, actually, yeah, Lisa, I feel like they don't want her found, and I have a feeling they know she's not going to be found. They're way too confident that she's not going to be found. Yeah, you would think every time you mention Summer's name, it would help. I mean, I don't go there I don't bug people. I don't harass people. I don't overstay my welcome. I don't go and, I'm very, very polite and with these people. When I talk to people, when I'm visiting their town, yeah, I want to make a good impression. I don't want to go there and no, I want these people to feel comfortable talking to me and possibly maybe talk to me again. So why would I want to screw that up? Hey, Jenna. About maybe it's the spreading rumors that Candace had 2 secret pregnancies and they trafficked their kids. I don't know what you're talking about, Roman Black. I mean, I have speculated that I do have a strong feeling that there is trafficking involved. But I'm not 100% confident that Don Wells is involved. There's so many odd things that happened that day. And way too many coincidences. Hey, Heather. Hey, Kay. All right, let's listen a little bit longer.
It cost me to run my YouTube, bitch. So don't tell me
Don't
how
call
many
me a bitch, bitch.
and how many
Who's the real bitch
and
here?
how many times you ever hear me ask for shit, motherfucker? For nothing.
Whatever.
Not
I've
ever.
never asked you for
Fuck you.
nothing.
Fuck you,
You're a
asshole.
liar.
I mean,
Friends,
I don't
You're
lie.
such a
I don't
liar.
lie. I don't lie. You're the
You
lying
lie
piece of shit.
constantly.
You're the piece of shit
Man,
lying.
every
motherfucker.
time I talk
And
to
then you go
you,
say Jody
you
Sue
put me on
wanted
blast.
you. Jody Sue wanted you.
Man, I don't want to hear about Jody
fucking
Sue.
ass.
We're talking about your
Well,
dumb ass.
We
Well,
don't want you,
Don,
motherfucker.
You're a
The only
liar.
reason you're up here is because of me, you asshole. You know
Listen,
what?
Yeah, I'm tired of people like
You
you.
just go ahead and stay up here, bitch.
I'm tired of people like
I can
you.
stand your fucking face.
Just
Where's
because you can
Summer,
run your
Don?
mouth.
Where's Summer, bitch?
Wow,
Where's
man.
covering up for Kansas?
Man,
Do
I'm
something
gonna have
on
to
your
get
own
off
fucking
here because
blood
I'm
for
not
a
doing
change,
this.
motherfucker.
wait, Don. Let's
Just
don't
because
wait.
she can run her
We want to
mouth.
know about
Anybody
Summer.
can do that.
Hang on just a second. Don,
Yeah,
what can we do to help find Summer? That's the most important thing,
right.
is to find
You know,
Summer.
and that's why I turn to YouTube. You know, and it's just
Yeah.
they've destroyed our lives. I mean, you know, yeah, I'm not perfect. I made mistakes. Of course, everybody makes mistakes. But that's why I turned to YouTube, was for help. And they all turned against me in every way. You know,
Well,
Sissy's a good example of that.
well, you all used to be friends, and
No,
she,
we were never friends. She was a pretend friend. Oh, I'm your best friend, blah, blah, blah. She was never a friend. She's a snake, just like all the rest of the YouTubers. Not all of them, because there's some good ones out there. And I've made a lot of mistakes, man. I'm not perfect, but I'll guarantee you.
well, none of us are perfect.
Right. No, we're not. But I will try to be real. I'll try.
Hey, Nanny. She's gasoline on fire. Then I get money given for non-existent lawyer, and Candace is mad she couldn't get in Benny's pants. Well, didn't I don't know. Wasn't there rumors that there was some they did do something? I know, it's so weird though. Because she can sit there and just dog him, and she does every single time. Every single time I've seen her on panel with Don, she's always arguing with him. So it doesn't make sense. I've never talked to Don like that, and he just thinks that I'm such trouble. Like, people, he has so many people in his ear telling him like the craziest things, and trying to control the narrative. Yeah. Yes. My channel, I felt like back when I would have the open panels, which I'm trying to have again, I'm going to be moving to that more open format. It does get crazy sometimes. And yeah, I want that ding, ding, ding from Jerry Springer. Hey, Michelle.
To ask for, man, none of this is helping Summer or any of these kids that are lost out there. Everybody wants in on the action so they can be the big YouTube channel and make all this money or whatever.
Well, what do you want people to know? Tell us what.
I'm curious, do any of you guys, most people probably don't even notice it or think of it as a big deal. But one thing that bothers me that with Dawn, and I don't know why it bothers me so much, and it might sound silly to you guys, but maybe some of you guys might be able to explain why I feel the way I do, because I can't. Why does it bother me that he always has to bring up other missing children every single time he mentions Summer? You notice that? Like, anytime, it's like he doesn't want to focus. It's so weird when anytime the focus is on Summer, he takes it, he deflects and goes to other children, and he basically depersonalizes Summer. To me, that's a red flag. That shows that he is trying to distance himself to protect himself from feeling shame or guilt for whatever reason. What would he feel shame or guilt for? I don't know. But why is he every single time? I guess I just answered my own question why I felt, because I just talked it out with you guys. So now, I mean, it makes sense, because that is a very common tactic. I think I've heard, what's that? It's either on the Interview Room or the channel that all four of them talk, like the four experts. Oh, thank you, Miss Me. Hey, Butterfly. He's trying to normalize their situation. Or like he's trying to, I don't know. I just feel like he's trying to, every single time it's almost like it makes him uncomfortable that he has to, I don't know. I just feel like he has guilt. Allegedly. I think he feels some type of guilt for something. I don't know what.
What we can do to help find Summer. Tell
Okay.
us what we can do.
Okay.
Okay.
If I could say anything to the public, it would be, I don't know. None of this is doing any good for these lost children out there. Nothing. None of this is doing any good. I don't know. I really don't know.
What is your thoughts of what happened to Summer? Do you think that it
Well,
was
it's very obvious if anybody was actually ever listening, to me and Candace in the first place, we've been completely honest 100%. We've worked with the police 100%. Ronnie Lawson stated on the news that we quit cooperating and we lawyered up, which was a straight lie. We worked with law enforcement 100%. Hell, my dumb ass, as stupid as I am, not knowing anything about social media, turned to freaking YouTubers, which is the stupidest thing I've ever done in my life, for help to find my daughter. How stupid could someone be? Man,
well, you're not the only one, Don. Brandy's had to come out here too for her son. It's just something that you do. I mean, Brandy has had so many.
I just feel like he hasn't learned anything. This is the same Don that this is the same Don that he's the same as he was before he went to jail. He hasn't learned a thing. Don, you have not learned anything. You're still blaming YouTubers for your freaking problems. You're not blaming yourself for not being able to control your drinking or stop drinking, or you're not blaming yourself for going on YouTube, or no, instead you want to put all blame on YouTubers. I just feel like there are so many parents that would love this type of focus on their missing child or their unsolved their child's unsolved murder or whatever. I get where I see how people are easily able, or how he's easily able to convince everybody on YouTube that, oh, poor Don, people start feeling bad for him because they do see all them being attacked and stuff. But the thing is, they're enabling Don. Instead of, we have to tiptoe around Don because he might start drinking. Don's a 60-year-old man or something, isn't he? And I have to tiptoe around him like he's a dang freaking toddler. No, he's an adult man. He makes his own decisions, just like, the next person. So that's crazy. Oh, we don't want them to start drinking again. When did Candace have her stroke? I don't know if she really had a stroke. I think he's going off of what the behavioral panel said. And I think he's using that as an excuse to, once again, deflect, because he never takes blame for anything. You notice that? he'll never completely take blame. And he does when he's sober, but when he gets, it doesn't last. Like once he starts drinking, he just, gets all mad at the YouTubers. It's, if YouTubers would just leave us alone, we could just be, get back to normal here on the hill and just get back to drinking all the time. That's what they wanted. They weren't expecting their little daughter from Ben Hill Road, a little dirt road in the middle of nowhere. They weren't expecting it to anybody to care. I mean, Candace had experience with a missing person already from her. That never got solved, so I don't know. She's just full-time shit. Yeah, I don't think that she had a stroke. And maybe she did. I don't know. They did say in behavioral panel it looked like she had one. Oops, I don't have the right video pulled up on my phone. I think that though he just doesn't want to admit that he's unable to admit that any type of fault. I mean, sometimes he does say, "Oh, I was stupid because I was stupid," but then as soon as he starts drinking, print it off. It's prayer. Bell's palsy. It could be. I mean, she could very well have something like that. But don't you think that CPS is they're not going to go by somebody's word for it? Come on. Don wants us to believe that they literally just went off somebody's word because Candace slurs her words. You don't think that they were giving drug test or? I'm sure that she was. I really doubt it. Just she just. Seem to be like more guilty and say more things that sound guilty. I usually will not blame people, but I've watched these two for too long. Yeah. Let's continue here.
Social media is the strongest tool that we have going today. Unfortunately, there's so many people use it for their own evil agenda, and it's unfortunate. They're making tons of money. Here I am. I lost my job. I don't know what I'm going to do, and I'm living in some scummy ass fucking motel trying to fucking make a living because I don't know, man.
Have you been down towards more of Knoxville?
Is this true? People are trying to get him in trouble? See, that's the thing I don't agree with that. I don't agree with purposely like trying to get him fired from his jobs and no, just let's let the law deal with that part, because he is supposedly innocent until proven guilty. And he has to make a living. So I don't think it's really cool to try to cause problems in his work and stuff. That's just my opinion. I think it's, I don't know. That shit kind of pisses me off because I've had it happen to me, Reported to TBI for threats and under the influence. Yeah, they definitely lost the boys. Oh, yeah. Allegedly, he definitely lost the boys. Definitely. Because that's the whole reason. I mean, he basically said it last night on Daisy's channel. I mean, he basically, I mean, he didn't spell it out, but he said in so many words that they had lost custody of the boys. That's what it sounds like to me, because why would they already had a lawyer for the boys, okay? So that would make sense why they would need a lawyer now, because they want to try to reverse an order with the court. That's what it sounds like to me. They want to go back to court and try to reverse it. Yeah, don't go to the workplace. Not until we have proof that he's absolute proof, like that he's some. I mean, I know that he said so himself. He's admitted to some pretty horrible things, but yeah, they didn't have any emotion, and Candace does not have emotion. She just doesn't. And it's people are full of shit that were saying, oh, she's so, what were they saying? So friendly and hilarious. She's got a very childlike sense of humor. Okay. That's why she gets along so well with teenagers, because you could just see it. I think, she's been stunted emotionally. I think I don't know if it's from drug use or what, but it seems like she's, 15 years old, and she doesn't seem to ever have many emotions. She doesn't get super happy. She doesn't have like any extreme emotion. She's just kind of there. You know what I mean? And that's concerning. That makes me, those people that don't feel any type of shame or empathy are the ones that you have to worry about. Who's related to the Whitakers? But if they didn't do it, then why can't they clear the parents? Is Don and Candace back together? No, I think from what I hear, he's in Arkansas, staying at a motel. Don's, I've looked up the Whitakers. I know who they are. Yeah, I know. But I feel like they almost have. I just want to believe so bad that law enforcement knows something that we don't, and they're just, right there, really close, and they just need that one little piece of evidence. That's what I'm hoping, anyways. So, So I haven't talked to Fred again yet. I talked to Laura today, and she said that one of Fred's best friends was being pulled over for a traffic stop on his motorcycle, but he didn't have his license, so he took off and did not stop. And the cops started chasing him, and he ended up, they just kept chasing him. I guess he ended up wrecking and hit one of those guardrails or whatever and dying. And this was Hawkins County. And his Simpson was the last name. Gary Simpson, I think. Hey, Kathy. But I promise you, I'm going to talk to Fred very soon, and I'm going to get him to explain the whole Fields Road thing. Because Laura a lot of times doesn't know. Well, yeah, she usually doesn't know a lot of the stuff that he's the one that he's the one that is always out and about. Here, let's
area in the Morristown area, somewhere down there, there's a lot of jobs down this way.
Yeah, but it's also a really bad drug area. I don't want to be around that area. I went to Miami, and it was so fucking infested with drugs and everything else. I turned around, got right back on the freeway, drove 1,700 miles straight to get back to Tennessee. I ain't doing that. Don't want to be around it.
Yeah. Well, I hate that. I really do hate that. I know that your life has been turned upside down, inside out. But I mean, I know that, your baby's been missing, and we just want her found as well.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And I appreciate everybody who supports Summer. You don't have to like me. That's fine. I get that. I'm good with that. But yeah, it's about Summer. Thank you. You know what I mean? I appreciate all. Yeah. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I just don't understand all this drama and all this stuff. And he said this, she done that, blah, blah, blah. Who cares?
The most important thing is finding out where Summer is, who took her, and what's going on.
Yeah, not only her, there's all kinds of missing children across the United States. It's unbelievable. But everybody.
See what I mean? Once again, right there. Once the topic goes to Summer, all of a sudden he has to bring up other children. He does it every time. Just watch. It's odd. It's so odd. I'm very sorry, Janet. That's horrible. But see, Jamie, the problem is though, is that they're adults. We can't be responsible for Dawn's behavior. We're only responsible for our own behavior. And I'm not gonna take responsibility. Let's say Dawn ends up on my panel like tomorrow or something. And he's not supposed to be on YouTube. And people start attacking, oh, you shouldn't let him up there. He's not supposed to be on YouTube. Well, that's not my, Don's an adult. He needs to learn. Like, when is he going to learn? This is why his life is like the way it is, because he won't freaking, he's stubborn. Right, Janet? Yeah, he is. He's living in, or yeah, he's staying in a motel in Arkansas. Is he really not supposed to be on YouTube though? I don't know if that's really true. I wouldn't say, I mean, because I think he's lost custody of the boys. So what would be keeping him off YouTube?
Everybody wants to turn it into a big drama scene. Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just at a loss for words right this minute. I was
Let
busy.
it out.
I was busy to deal with Sissy, and you cut her out on me.
No, I think she went down. Cece
Oh,
went down.
good.
But if she,
No,
I
I
mean,
confided in her. I tried to be her friend one last time, you know, and I told her I need about $10,000 for a lawyer, for a decent lawyer, to try to get my boys back. And she turned it in, twisted it, and everything else. And I was begging her for money or something. I have never begged anybody for money.
yeah. Well, I wish you all could work it out, because you
I
all,
can't work it out with her. There's no working out with her or any of a lot of YouTubers. I've come to realize there's no working it out with them, because I talked to Benny Keys confidentially, and I asked him if he was recording me, and he was recording me, and he blasted every bit of it. So Benny Keys, don't call my phone no more. Don't come to fucking Tennessee, you little bitch. I'll fuck you up.
Don, you got.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't understand why he approached it. Like I said, we're only responsible for our own behavior. He doesn't have to come on somebody's panel and act like this. Yeah, Sissy is Prayer Garden. Yep, own worst enemy. Exactly. Exactly.
Sorry, no, I'm not sorry. No. He hasn't helped one bit. He runs his mouth, and just like all the rest of them, I'm gonna do this. I put up 10,000. I got 20 grand. That's a lie. It's all bullshit. Let's be realistic. They ain't done shit but profit off their YouTube channel, getting high. You know they are. Hell no. Let's call it like it is, man. Hell no. I'm sorry. That's the way it is, and everybody out there knows it.
Well, you know, Don, I wouldn't go back to the same people that I was engaged with.
No, I don't come back to none of them. No, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some good people.
There really is.
For the good people out there, I apologize.
Right.
But I do not apologize.
Can I tell you one?
I apologize to many of them. I do not apologize to them. Hell no. But for the good people out there, I love you. I love you. Thank you for everything you're doing. God bless you. I'm with you. Thank you.
Well, you know, Don, Cam and Allie has been on your side from the beginning.
Yes, they have, and I love them. You're damn right.
And
they're
they've
trying
been
hard. I slipped up and was talking talked some shit, and I made a mistake. And I apologize to Cam and Allie about that earlier. And I hope they'll forgive me. You know, we're all human. I messed up.
We're all human, Don. We
Yeah,
all,
and that's right. And you know what? But a lot of people don't ask for forgiveness. I just did.
right.
Not
You
that
did.
hard.
So if Dawn's in Arkansas in a motel, what's Candace doing? Is she with him? Thank you, Rue. She's at home by herself? I mean, isn't her mother in Wisconsin? Huh. Well, I wonder why she doesn't go with him. I mean, the kids aren't. Hey, Red. She got gone.
Right. I mean, if you need to let your frustrations out, you can anytime. You can have the open panel.
No, I'm good. I don't need to let my frustrations out as long as you ain't got Sissy on there. Thank you.
Well, I really think that she has been wanting to take. She wants Summer.
No,
to
she
be
wants to expose every little detail about what a sorry bastard I am or whatever, just like the rest of them. I'm done with that. And there's no point in all that. That doesn't help nothing. We all have faults. Why expose every person's faults? That don't make no sense.
I don't know. You all were friends.
No, we were never friends. She was a pretend friend. Let's get this right. I never, you know what? No, we were never friends. I knew better than to be friends with her.
Well, how can we help you get your boys back? Are they like are you
I
going
don't know if I'll ever get them back because the YouTube people, these haters out there, don't want us to have our boys back.
Well, let me tell you this. Even if you don't get them back now, they are going to be 18.
See what I mean? Once again. Oh, it's the YouTuber's fault that he can't get his boys back. Oh, I'm not going to ever get him back because the YouTubers don't want us to have him back. How many people think that Candace really had a stroke? I don't think she had one recent. I mean, I don't know. She might have had one at some time. She does kind of look like she could have. She does kind of look like she could have had something like that at one time, but I don't. Right, Mama T?
Before
Yeah, that's right. Someday.
you will be reunited with them, they grow up fast. I mean, your oldest one's what, 14, 15?
Right. Yeah.
Do
He's
you
the
get
love. He's the most loving, forgiving person. Good kid. They all are.
yeah. Do you get to see them any, or can you talk
No,
about that? I don't want to.
no, can't see him. Can't talk to him. Nothing.
Oh,
Because Candace had a stroke. Okay.
mhm.
So her speech isn't right. So the people who have our kids, the what do you call them? The I don't know, but they was saying that she was drinking. Her her speech isn't the same anymore. I even asked her tonight, "Have you been drinking?" I've been asking her that, and she hasn't been drinking at all. She can't talk right anymore.
Because of the stroke.
Yep. but they want to play it out like she's been drinking every night and everything. And the people who have our kids are saying that she's been drinking when she hasn't been. They have no proof at all, but because of that, we can't even call our kids now because of some made up stuff that ain't even true, and they have no proof of whatsoever.
When's the last time you seen your boys? Did you get to see them once when you got out, or?
Nope, I haven't seen them in over like 14 months, 15 months. I don't know.
That has to be heartbreaking.
Yeah, it is.
Mm. Can do you know any good lawyers that can help you with that, or?
You know how lawyers are. Money talks, bullshit walks.
I know, that's the truth. That is the truth. I hate that you don't even get to see them. That makes it really, really
Yeah,
hard.
because we had a really close relationship. Our family was very close, and all these people want to come in and say that we're bad people in every way. And man, all you got to do is look at the pictures, and you can see how happy our family was. Our life has been completely destroyed, man. We was doing good. I was making good money, and now everything's changed dramatically.
Right. I mean, it's a nightmare. Even Brandy said that it's a nightmare for her too. I couldn't imagine having a child go missing. That's just.
I'm curious. I haven't checked into the Michael Vaughn case lately. Did they have just wasn't it that couple that was arrested? Yeah. Does she have terrible impulse control, or is that a medical thing too? Made good money. They weren't poor. They spent on other things that shouldn't have had. Haven't seen any updates. I still need to go over that book. One of you guys sent me the book that Don's mom wrote. And the person's like, "Oh, it's evil. I don't want it." They still haven't found. They didn't find any of his DNA. I don't think so. As they searched the neighbor's backyard as well, they haven't said. Every day I'm spackling.
That's
Especially
terrific.
like summer, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure it's the same for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But Summer loved me with all her heart, and she was all about me and wanted to be with me all the time. I love my boys. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that we didn't have our boys. I didn't have a special connection with my boys either. But Summer, I never expected her to just want to be with me and hang out with me all the time and be all about me. Because
Little girls are closer to their dad.
I've had a lot of hard times in my life with all kinds of people, all kinds of hate all my life. And then Summer come along. She was a breath of fresh air. And then she was everything to me. And then someone stole her.
See, guys, when he starts talking like that, my mind automatically goes to, was Candace like so jealous that she would do something? Because sometimes when Don talks about Summer, it does seem like he's being genuine about how special she was to him. What if Candace was so freaking jealous that and maybe Don just doesn't want to believe she did that? Like what if Don's like conscious mind won't let his mind go, like his conscious mind go there, like, but in his subconscious I think he probably, I don't know, man, it's so hard for me to think that he wouldn't know, but sometimes I do wonder if it could be something like that, because especially with all these other rumors of I don't know. I don't know how somebody would have been able to take her, though. There's no way. If you guys go up there, there is no way. Hey, Sheba. I just don't feel like there's any way that would be possible. I mean, you wouldn't even. I don't see how it would be even possible. I really doubt that the kids even really went down to Ben Hill much. It's really far. They have a huge property up there. I feel like she was sold, yeah.
You think she's in the area, Don? Do you think she might be in the area?
Well, with everything, with all my knowledge of everything I know, from when the police dogs first got there, they did not have hazmat suits, Don B, you piece of shit. Sorry, just kind of come out. But when the police dogs got there, they went from the back door after they smelled her clothes. They, and this has been all over YouTube. Cam covered this big time on his videos. But the police dog went from our basement door down to Ben Hill Road in less than a minute. Cam took and carried a bag of potatoes, 50-pound bag of potatoes, down to Ben Hill Road in less than a minute.
Wow.
And it's not that hard if you think about it. If you was a criminal and you wanted to commit some kind of act like this, it wouldn't be hard, man. I was driving through Kingsport just the other day, and there was like a 5-6-year-old girl walking down the sidewalk by herself. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's dark. No.
See, though, that's a different story. In Kingsport, that's an area where there's a lot of, I mean, that's more likely to see something like that. Nobody's going to go out to a road in the middle of nowhere in hopes of just running into a child to take. I mean, I just don't feel like how that's possible.
Parents, no nothing, all by herself. She's just skipping along, all happy. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness. I just couldn't believe what I was seeing.
I see that a lot too, Don. I see
Right.
walking look, I told you I was taken behind my grandma. I wasn't 3 feet from her, and a man put his hand around my face and drug me in the building.
Right.
And grandma kept walking. And I see parents doing this in the parking lot of Walmart. They'll be almost to the car and the kid will still be out in the road in back of them. And I'm like, watch your kids.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
Because they'll take them out of the mother's hand now in the daylight. They'll try to grab them out of their hands, you know, and
Absolutely.
they're crazy and they're getting paid to do it.
I don't know what's going on there, but there's a lot of missing kids. I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't know. I don't understand. I wish I did.
Tell you, I don't want to get you upset, but a lot of it goes bigger than what we know. It's a lot bigger than what we know, Don.
Probably so.
A lot of rich people that pays good money to take kids and have other people's kids.
I've heard some stories.
And they actually pay people to go out and steal these kids.
I wouldn't doubt it.
When I say higher up, I'm talking about the rich Hollywood elites and politicians.
Yeah.
I've went down that rabbit hole, and let me tell you something. It is a big one to go.
I seen a girl on Maury Povich or one of them shows, and she was crying. They took her as a young girl and they raped her for years, flew her around in jets all over the world to these rich people that were freaking molesters or whatever. And they all had their way with her. They put garbage bags over her head and tried to choke her while they was having sex with her. She was sitting there crying. But you know what amazed me is not one person went up there and held her while she was telling her story. She was all alone on stage, cameras in her face, telling a story, and nobody went up there and held her.
How does that make you? Does that make? I don't know. That statement there made me a little bit uncomfortable, and I don't know why. Yeah, supposedly there's a rumor about that. Scorpio. Donna Serafina's readings, yeah. Don watches Maury Povich. He did. He did start mentioning, would always bring up other kids. My live's not gonna be long tonight. But tomorrow, probably for sure. Does anybody need any hair dye? What's the color I have? Purple. Oh, I have a bunch of purple hair dye. I think it is. From his own mouth.
Right. And she needed somebody to be there with her, right?
Of course. Yes.
That's sad. That is so sad. And you know, Jesse said, Miss Daisy, tell Don we love summer, please.
Yeah, we love summer, definitely. And that's what it's about. It's not about me. You know, they want to make it about me. You know, everybody wants to make it about me. Especially my stepsisters, but whatever. That's fine. That's cool. Whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it's about summer. It's not about them. It's not about Benny Keys. It's not about whoever or Don B or whatever.
Well, Don, if I was you, I don't know if you've seen everything that went down when you went to jail with him, but just
I haven't. I've heard
careful with people.
No, he done showed his true colors. That's all right. All I can say is, you know what? Anybody that shows up in Tennessee, they better watch their backs, because law enforcement they're cracking down on this sort of thing. So that's all I can say on that.
Yeah, there's no need to come to Tennessee.
It's
You know what
ridiculous.
they need, Don? They need new eyes on this case. They need to bring new law enforcement in.
They've
to
had,
the-
but here's the thing. Half of the United States, because they had nothing going on at this time and nothing better to do, half the United States law enforcement was in Eastern Tennessee when Summer come up missing. And a bunch of fakers and a bunch of psychics and all these drama and people making tons of money from the back.
I know, right? What is law enforcement cracking down on? Tourism? Half the law enforcement. Yeah, I mean, why does he say watch? I don't get that. Why wouldn't he want people helping to find his daughter? It just doesn't make sense to me. I understand a lot of YouTubers have been, we have been in their personal business and stuff, but I mean, a lot of it's because of their own, is due to their own fault. I mean, I don't know. I don't feel people so bad bother Brandy like that. It's just that Dawn and Candace do things that brings attention to themselves. Right? Curious Cat? Exactly. That's exactly where what I thought of too, of him saying, oh, how strong his daughter was for handling something like that and not, not complaining.
Right.
Believe it. Unbelievable.
Right. And they're fed up with it. Believe me, Hawkins.
Yeah, they are fed up with it. And all they did is slow the case down. They messed the whole thing up all the way around. If there was any hope in finding her, they blew it for her.
Well,
While they was out partying, while they was out making all that money, people sending them all kind of money, lying to people saying, send me money. I almost know where I can figure out where Summer's at. They weren't trying to help Summer at all. They was only worried about their own
right. Well,
things and partying like they did.
Yeah. And then
we know quite a few of them out here that they were just partying and living it up.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I never agreed with anybody messing with your job. You don't do that kind of thing. You don't mess with people's job and their lifeline. And so, absolutely not. You don't do that. That's just something. There's certain boundaries that you don't pass, and that's one of them. Messing with someone's job.
Because that messes up my chances. We're getting my boys back, and I love my boys with all my heart. Me and my wife both love our kids with everything we have. We give everything for them.
Right.
And when I talk about, how our house is a dirty mess and whatever, we've been under construction for a long time.
Let me tell you something, Don. I grew up with no running water, no nothing, and I absolutely was just fine growing up like that. I was just like Summer, a tomboy. I run around barefoot. We didn't have running water. We had a coal stove.
You know what kills me? What kills me is Summer was so happy all the time, completely happy. Every night she said, Daddy, will you please take me downstairs? I'm tired. And I'd take her downstairs and I put her in bed and tell her I loved her, pat her little head and rub her back a little bit, and she'd go to sleep. And I do that every single night for her and tell her how much I love her every single night.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she was a daddy's girl.
Yeah, she was. I never expected that. And I'm so happy.
Yeah,
Robin's
Don,
Yeah.
don't talk about the boys. Leave the boys out of it.
Who's that?
This is Robin.
Robin.
Yeah. Well, he's not really.
Who's that lady? You guys, they know. People have told him over and over again. You know, it's obvious that once he starts drinking, that's what gets him back on YouTube. Deal with why they aren't getting the kids back. Yeah. Well, I do have to go because I can only be on here for an hour today, unfortunately. I'm so sorry. So sorry. I know, Sheba. That one picture I had up. Let's see which one. Oh, shoot. I don't think I have it up anymore. If it was. I brought up a picture of her yesterday where her eyes like she looked drugged so bad. It was it's crazy. I mean, I know some people thought it just looked like she was tired, but to me, it looked like the eyes of somebody on opiates. It makes back rubs so fine. All right. Good night, guys. Okay, I'll be on tomorrow. All right. Thank you all so much. Talk to you later.